My name's Emma and I'm 23 years old. I wake up on an average day at 6:45. My alarm clock wakes me up. It's like a sad lamp, so it's nice and bright when I wake up. I'll get changed, get ready for work. I'll come through to the kitchen, pop the kettle on, make myself a cup of black coffee and some porridge with hot water and a sprinkle of chia seeds. Then I'll go back into the bedroom, get changed, so I wear just for work, I'll wear like leggings and a baggy top, something comfy, and I'll go in to see myself in the mirror, make sure I look okay, and then wash my face, clean my teeth, pop some makeup on. And by this time I'm usually in a rush because I spent too much time dilly-dallying around, so I'll just have a couple of spoons of my porridge, a couple of sips of my coffee, and then run out the door, lock the door obviously behind me, and go downstairs into the car park of my flat, get into my car, which is like a Volkswagen up, and I love it so much. It's so small and cute, and it just zooms about everywhere, and I love it. But it's usually quite messy. So I'll get into my car and switch the ignition on, and it's usually Beach Boys playing, which is my favourite album right now, Pet Sounds, and it's usually really loud, but I love it because it puts me in a really upbeat mood because it's fun, upbeat, summery music, so it puts me in a good frame of mind for starting work. My journey to work is a 20-minute drive north, up to the north of Glasgow. It's to an industrial estate in Postle Park. So it's quite a long journey, and I'll need to set off at about 7:30, 7:40, and I'll get there for about 5 to 8 because I start at 8 o'clock. I'll need to open up the shutters, open the front door, switch all the lights on, and then sign in with my key card, and so that should take me up to 8 o'clock. Then the first thing I do is obviously like welcome all the guys that work there, like welcome them all to the kitchen and be like, hi, how you doing? Like, have you had a nice night, good rest and everything. There's 5 guys that I work with, no women, I'm the only girl. But I get on with them like well enough. Like, they've got kind of a bromance gang going on, but it's fine, it is what it is. And so they usually work in the production kitchen in the factory, and my job is to be the supervisor of the whole factory, which means that I work in the packing area and also the production kitchen. So first thing I do is double check that the schedule matches up for what we need to make that day. Then I'll go and brief the guys on what they're doing, so what they're making. Usually it'll be vegan steaks or vegan bacon, that's our most popular products. So I'll brief them on what we're doing and the times that they need to finish certain products by, so that they're able to get out on time as well. So I'll brief them with the schedule of the day. Then I'll make sure that they're getting set up and started, and then I'll go through into the packing area again and check that there's no orders going out that day. Usually there is orders to be sent out, so that's like cafes, restaurants, people that have just ordered online, like wanting products, and I'll need to pack the products up and into boxes and get them all ready for the postman coming to pick them up, which is usually about 12 he comes. So once I've done all that, that kind of takes me an hour and a half, and by that time I'm ready to go into the kitchen. So I get ready to go into the kitchen. We wear like hair nets, special footwear, like hygienic footwear that's only used for the kitchen, and like full like top to toe white overalls that are cleaned every day, so it's really like hygienic. Then I'll go into the kitchen and wash my hands, obviously, put gloves on, and by that time the guys will have finished like mixing the ingredients for whatever products they're making that day. And so then they'll be on to the next part of the process, which is like packing, sealing, and then cooking the steaks, for example. So I'll make sure that everything's gone smoothly, the boiler's switched on, and everyone's kind of quite happy with what job they're doing. and then I'll just join in the process. For example, like vacuum sealing the pouches before they get pressed and then popped in the boiler. My job as a supervisor is to kind of work in the production line of the kitchen, making the vegan meat, but also to like supervise the staff, so to make sure that they're happy in their work, to make sure that they're being productive, to make sure that they're not talking too much, or that everything's going smoothly and communications like really clear between us all. Yeah, so that would kind of busy us until lunchtime, and it's kind of my decision like who and when goes for lunch. So I try and stagger the lunches. Obviously the first person in is the first person to go for lunch usually, which I think is fair. But I try and stagger it so that there's always at least two or three people in the kitchen, which kind of keeps the production moving and is good for health and safety reasons as well if anyone gets hurt or anything happens. So usually you're up on your lunch break, which is a 40-minute break, which is unpaid. You're usually up there, usually on your own, or you get someone maybe for 10 minutes of your break to chat to. So when I'm on my lunch break, usually I'll just be on my phone or like reading my book, because you're usually sat on your own. What I usually eat for lunch, it's a vegan factory, so we obviously need to eat vegan products. You can't bring in any animal products at all. Like everyone that works there is vegan as well, so it's kind of a good attitude we've all got towards our work. So on an average day I'll just bring in like a can of beans or a can of soup and just like pop it in a bowl and microwave it and then just eat that, just because I'm quite lazy with making food and it's just simple and cheap and easy to do. So after lunch you'll get changed back into your overalls, and that'll be kind of about 1 o'clock. Then you'll just continue with the schedule for the day, so continue making products. You want to finish actually making the products at about 3, so that you have a chance to like really deep clean the kitchen. And home time from work is about 4:30 usually. Sometimes it runs over, but I try and make sure that the guys are out by 4:30. So on an average day, I have to stay late, maybe 20-25 minutes late. So I'll get out at about 5 o'clock and drive home, which is usually fun because it's sunny, it's summer, and it's just loud music, and yeah, it's just my time to kind of like wind down when I'm in the car because I've just finished work, so I can just like have myself to myself and my own thoughts. Then I'll get home and I'll come up and I'll pop on my tea, which is usually like frozen veggie burgers and frozen peas and broccoli and stuff. Just something really simple. I'll pop the washing on or hang it up or put it away, whatever needs to be done like chore wise in the house. And then kind of my favourite thing to do in the evening is to just have like a long relaxing bath. So I'll run a bath, I'll put the candles on, get a bath bomb maybe, and yeah, just like chill and clean myself from work because I usually smell from work. So yeah, it's just nice to just chill. When I'm in the bath, I'll usually be on my phone on Facebook or Instagram, or I love to watch TV shows as well. My favourite one just now is Black Sails, about the pirates, which I love that. I've nearly finished it, so I'm addicted. But yeah, I'll just sit in the bath watching a TV show and maybe a glass of wine, wind down. And that's really, really nice way to relax as well after a long day. After the bath, that'll probably take me up to like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So I'll just dry myself, put my pyjamas on and get into bed, and I'll usually spend about an hour or 2 hours like reading a book or like checking my emails while I'm in bed. Then I'll set my alarm clock for the next morning, and by the time I'm asleep that's about 11 o'clock, 10:30. So that's when I go to bed. So